jellyfish wouldn't really understand where it's up and down, and the neurosensorial would be a bit lost. But I think actually it would be still floating. But I mean, we would have to have the experiment. So ask your university to do this experiment and have it flown up there. Over. Well, obviously, walking and running is very difficult. Of course, we don't run, but we don't walk, but we run on a treadmill. And for this, we have to have a harness which is pulling us down. And this is kind of tricky to do in here. Over. The biggest habit I had to unlearn is to think two-dimension. On Earth, you're walking, you're looking around. I mean, it's all two dimensions. In here, we use the 3 dimensions all the time. So there's no ceiling, there's no deck. It's just like all fit and used over. That everyone sees almost is that the eye gets less sharp. I mean, the sight. So the optical disc is a bit flattened because of body fluid shift and everything. So yeah, we have a tendency to use the glasses in here, even if we don't use them on Earth. Over. Surprising to me is that it's not challenging actually, but you can sleep without lying on a bed. You can sleep just floating randomly and get a sleep like this. It's very surprising. Over. Oh, definitely for this one, it's about not dropping anything on the ground on Earth, because in here, if you want to, for example, let your pencil and take another thing, you just left your pencil and it doesn't fall. And I think I will be very surprised when I will see it falling on Earth. It's over. Yes, the Earth is so beautiful. We have a feeling of being actually closer to Earth and closer to every human being. There's a big feeling of happiness and love to everyone. Over. It depends on where we are. If we are in the module, which has a window, then we see it directly. And if we are not, we might end up not knowing at all if it's daytime or nighttime. It changes every 45 minutes, so it's very rapid. Over. Well, actually, when you're very busy and you have a lot of exams and certification, and this is the case in the astronaut training, at one point I started saying, okay, I'm going to work more and sleep less. This is a big mistake. No. If you sleep more, your brain is more sharp. So don't do this as a student. I recommend you to sleep well. Over. I started dreaming of becoming an astronaut 30 years ago. Then I became an astronaut in 2022. It took 1 year before I was assigned to a mission, and then it took 2 more years of training. So overall, 3 years since I became an astronaut to being in space. That was super fast, and actually it was a record. Over. So we all speak a common language, English, but we also like speaking in different languages. So I speak also Russian, German, and with my colleagues, we speak all of those languages, and in the end, we always manage a way to understand each other. Over. ISS is very important for both developing technology and testing them, and as well to understand how the human body works in space, because this is also a very challenging part. And in here we are testing devices, for example, an exercise machine that will be used for a station around the moon. humming, and so, but I really like those noises. It's interesting. Where we sleep is very well filtered out. It's very well insulated, so no worries where we sleep. But the rest of the station is over. Actually, for dealing with emotions in space, everyone has its own little recipes, and it's like on Earth, some people like to listen to music, some people like to call a friend, like to watch a movie, some people like, and it's the same in space. When we have emotions, we each have our own recipes. Myself, I love doing yoga, and this is my way to deal with emotions. Over. Interesting, because it's actually the same technologies that we use on Earth. We have possibility to do phone calls, video calls, and all those go through satellites that are relays and then go back to Earth. And so actually it's the same that you use on Earth. Over. It's interesting because NASA and all the agency worldwide are able to have the two simultaneous projects. So I would say there's not really an impact, and it's very important for the future that we are able to manage operations on board the ISS, as well as do a long-term exploration mission like the Artemis project. So it's fantastic. It's a great era for space exploration. Over.
It's either a long question or they're done. Give them a couple more seconds and then I'm going to end this. Yeah, I just got lucky and heard them talking, so I guess that's it for the International Space Station.